Hi, welcome. It's Lydia Cutler from Fashion Art and Media, and today I'm going to tell you the best way to hold or to organize a fashion event. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a fashion designer and I've showcased around the world. I've got a few awards, some of them behind me. If you can see, I have lots of them, but just a few in the office. And with that, some of the awards that I received are on how to, on how I get to make a really great fashion event. So, without further ado, let's go on and I will tell you about what I do. Right. Now, the first thing to do is to source out for models. Models are very important because without them, really a show cannot go on. When you have dresses or any outfits, any collections, normally it's really nice that these dresses can be worn. Otherwise, if they are not, putting a dress on a rail and showing it is not the same as a dress being worn. So as such, we get to do model scouting, or we send a call out for anyone, any models or anyone wanting to be a model to come and join. We do auditions, and in the auditions we get to pick the best models we want. Now, in most fashion events, they pick models who are 5'8" and above. In some countries like Russia, they actually pick models who are 5'11" and above. But in the UK, they start with 5'8" and above. And actually, in places like in Aberdeen Fashion Week, because we like to include everybody, we don't really discriminate in that. If you feel that you want to be on the runway, designers have clothes that fit everyone. And especially nowadays, people want to see how a dress can look on them rather than, so in Aberdeen Fashion Week, we tend to get models who are of vast sizes, heights, shapes to represent the designer. So that's number one, is to get the models. So how or where do we advertise for models? Nowadays, with social media, you can actually pretty much use Facebook or Instagram to get all your models. But before there was vast social media interaction, we used to either put it on radio, because sometimes when people are driving, they get to listen to the radio, and sometimes on newspaper or magazine. But lately, social media is enough. We don't have really to spend, because there's so many young people or even older people who want to be models, and what they actually do is to try and see where events are happening, and then they get to go for auditions, and once they are picked, they are ready to be trained. So that's number one. Number two, so number one is look for models. Once you get the models, do the auditions, make sure you have the models that you want. So number two is training. Now, training the models can be really a difficult task, because you need someone who is highly trained, could be a former model or somebody who is actually, who knows the latest styles. Believe you me, you see the model on the runway and you say to yourself, oh, I can do that. Anyone can be a model for sure. But it needs a lot. It needs for you to be confident. And if you're not confident, it needs you to learn quickly to be confident. And then the trainer or the training and the trainer is going to be able to show the models how to walk. Walks change every time. There's not just one type of walk. When you look at the fashion week or the fashion show, or models, girls and boys on the runway, you think it's the same style. No. There are so many different styles. And with these styles, we tend to go with what's latest in the walk. So you have to get a really good trainer. That's number 2. Once you have a good trainer, you do your training, you train the models. And in that process, you also will want to get the designers, because you can't do a fashion show without the clothes. So you need to get the designers. But there's so many designers everywhere. There's designers who are emerging designers. There's student designers who are either who are still in the university. There's designers who have just completed their fashion design courses. So those are the emerging designers, student designers, emerging designers, and then you get, the established designers who have been in the market for a long time, they have showcased for a long time, and they have been creating their collections for a long time. So this is step number 3. Get your designers. Designers are everywhere. You could say that you need to get designers before you get the models, but that's really not the case, because you don't have to train your designers, but you need to train your models. So number 3 is the designers. Now, with fashion shows, most of them are charity events. And with charity events, you really don't have to, get designers to showcase, because really fashion shows for charity events, most of them are for entertainment, as you know. And for entertainment, and also to raise money or to raise awareness for a particular cause. So in that case, what you do really with that is that you just get people who are around you. You could even get, for charity events, you could get shops, shops who sell these dresses to come and showcase with you. But when you are doing a fashion week, because fashion weeks are trade shows, you do not get such designers. So what you get for fashion week, such you can call them designers. Well, yes, for fashion week, you have to get designers, people who are trained to design, people who have learned to design, or people who are talented and are able to design something. That's what's called designer. I had recently a guest who argued that he's been to university for years training to be, a fashion designer, right? And then somebody who has not been to college comes and showcases and gets awards, and that's not fair. That's really not fair. But to my mind, I think it's very fair, because if somebody is using their mind, their imagination to design that dress, what can you call them? They're obviously designers, isn't it? So for the fashion weeks, or the fashion weeks, which are trade shows, you have to get people who make the dresses, not people who bought the dresses from somewhere else to come and sell. It's those people who sketched, those people who made the dresses, and those people who actually have the concept of what they wanted to, on how their dress should look. So once you have those, there's other things to do besides that. So today we're going to stop here. We've learned that the first thing to do is to get the models. So you put a call out for your models, to get the models. Number 2 is to train your models, and number 3 is to look for designers based on what fashion event you're doing. Are you doing a fashion week or are you doing a fashion show? So we'll stop here today. Please like, subscribe, and share. Next week, I'll be telling you a bit more about how to go on and what to do to get yourself the perfect fashion show or fashion event. Thank you again. Please like, please subscribe, and share. And I am looking forward to seeing you next time for the part 2 of this talk. Thank you again. Have a good day, and see you, and thank you. See you always here. Bye, viewers.